posters. Please do. Yeah, absolutely. How was the weekend? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Good. I don't think it needs coaxing. I think she loves to do it. Good. Yeah. And then learned Shavasana yesterday. How about you? Yeah. Do this. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah, it's always nice, even though it seems tedious to write all of these down, it's so helpful to have something written on paper because it stays in your mind. Yeah. 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 Definitely. Yeah. It's I know it's not the ideal situation when everyone's practicing music. It's as far as noise traveling, but it's very sweet to be able to watch and see everyone around doing things. Yes, and it's also whether or not you realize it, but it's good practice when, say your first few classes are teaching in a public space. There's so much outdoor noise and things happening, so how can you project, tune that out and project so that everyone who's asleep can hear you? Yeah. So even though it's in the beginning, it's like I want everything to be quiet and sweet, but sometimes you're already ahead of the game by practicing in a slightly more chaotic way. Yeah. I'm so glad. Thank you. Today, take your time, take anything you need. I'm here. I have a little bit of time after if you have any questions. We're starting chakras today, so each class will be a new series. Yeah. Hi. How are you? Good. That's the chakras. Yeah, we start with first. Go up the chain. The next thing you're going to do about this, I know you're going to do this in the first 2 weeks. No. You are good. When?
I'm leaving on 19th of April.
Good.
Yeah.
For how long?
I'll be back on the 7th to 8th.
Oh, good. Nice one.
Yeah.
Good.
It's about 7 days.
Okay.
When are you leaving?
Where? Oh, yeah. Her friends. She's getting married in May 2nd, and so I'm calculating for her to do that for 2 days.
Oh.
Because I've never been. So I'm like,
I've heard it's so fun. I've seen pictures.
Me
I
too.
know wedding day.
I know. It's so far away, but it's almost like I'm in India.
It's like a long flight.
It's a long
Did you
time.
get into it?
Oh,
Great. Great.
13 this one, I'm doing Kid Detroit, Detroit Kid Detroit.
I know.
And the Detroit one is 11, so someone. Oh.
Oh, I don't even know what's that. It's a cousin's wedding. It was my baby last month.
You got it. But also when I get back, if you we can talk about sustainability. There's 2 weeks in July, 1 week in September. If you have essentially no obligation.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right? It's just
I was like, should I stay for the first time?
good. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah. Great. All right, y'all, get started. Welcome. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. How are you doing Monday?
It's Eid.
Oh, it's Eid.
Eid Mubarak.
Yes. I was like, what are the holidays and things that are happening? Welcome. We'll use all of the props today, so feel free to grab them now or we can bring them to you afterwards. There's blocks, therapy balls, a strap. We'll be doing some stuff with the knees down, so if you'd like some extra cushioning, you can grab a blanket for your knees. The weather has shifted, where last week we needed a blanket to tuck in for Shavasana, and today I'm wearing too many layers, so I'll keep the fan moving. Okay, around here. Okay. Excellent. Well, good to see you. For those of us that are new to each other, most of you I see and know and recognize, but my name is Anisha. That's Sally. And Kashika's here assisting today, so I'll be practicing from the mat. She'll be walking around. If you have any yoga-related questions or need props or any assists, please do feel free to call her over. And one more, we're in the part of our teacher training now where folks who are in the program are observing classes. So you might see for this class, my Tuesday night class, people looking at front. And this is Carolina. You can ignore or say hi to her because she will be the fellow teacher in the room come summertime. But the hot seat, she's not watching you. I am in the hot seat just to make sure that everything that I'm saying and teaching makes sense. So no one is being watched but me. I should be the one who's aggressively sweating more than anyone else. But I think that's all. So it's not officially April. I know April is tomorrow, but I'm kind of rounding up so that we can have an even set series for the next couple of weeks. And I remembered, I got all my things together and I brought the book. So for the past couple of years, I've been teaching a 7-week series about the chakras, these wheels and spinning discs of energy. And each week I describe what they are, how they apply to our daily life, and offer a small meditation towards the end. And a lot of the resources I get are from this book, which I've had for so long and is now completely highlighted and dog-eared. But I find it's called Wheels of Life by a woman named Anadea Judith, who is a true witch who lives in the woods of Northern California. And we were lucky enough a few years ago, she came here to give a workshop. And she's one you stand in her presence and you're like, are you of this earth? Because everything you're saying feels like you have transformed my entire essence and being, the closest to a cult that I will ever come to. But she wrote this book in the 70s and 80s as a really easy to digest and palatable way of explaining what the chakras are. And a few of the meditations that I read are from here. So to back it up, chakras, the word itself in Sanskrit translates to a wheel or a spinning disc of energy. We're thought to have thousands of them that exist all throughout our body, but for the sake of explaining how they tie to our lives and our practice, we'll talk about 7, and they start at the very base of your spine, these spheres, these orbs, these glowing balls of energy, and they go all the way up to the crown of your head. They're each associated with a different elemental quality, they have a color, they describe a different facet of our life. And we start at the very first one, at the very base of the spine. In Sanskrit, it's called Muladhara Chakra. It translates to the root. It's at the very base of your spine. Its color is red. I try and color coordinate all the outfits to the chakras that we'll do. So next week I'll be in orange if I can find anything orange. But the color is red, and I think of this like red, molten, lava, luscious red itself that's very multi-dimensional. And this is the chakra that's associated with our basic needs, meaning have you had enough water to drink today? Have you eaten enough food for what you're about to do? Have you rested enough? And it's all about your survival instincts, what it takes to exist in the world that we live in. So as we move into a practice around this chakra, it's really a lot about your legs. It's all about how your legs, your calves, your feet connect to the earth, and how you can set some more grounding up into your physical practice. So we'll roll out the feet this afternoon. We'll spend some time lengthening through the calves, the hips, and the thighs, and see where it starts to take us. But lots more to say about chakras as we start to move through these next few weeks. Very sweetly too, one of the days that we're together, I'll share my dad, who lives in India. He'll be here in a couple of weeks. He's in a classical Indian music singing group, and right now they're in their how chakras relate to voice and singing. So both him and I are sending PowerPoint presentations to each other to be like, look at this, and now look at this. So in a couple of weeks I'll share what's relevant from his nerd brain and see where it takes us. But can we actually start today lying on our backs, if you wouldn't mind? Can you have your heads up towards me, your feet towards the wall behind you? And as you come to lie on your back, get as comfortable as you can, meaning you might have your arms and legs long, more in that traditional Shavasana shape. If you're experiencing anything in your low back or in your hips, sometimes when you bend your knees, bring your feet as wide as your mat and knock your knees into one another. It helps clear some space in the glutes and the back body. But as your hands fall anywhere they fall, alongside of you or on your body itself, let your eyes close or soften so you can listen for your breath. When we close our eyes, it gives us a moment to see every version of ourselves more clearly than before. The infinite versions of you that have existed up until now. The you that you were, the you that you are, and the you that you continuously make space to become into. They all exist in this form. So as you feel yourself here heavy against the earth, you listen for that steady stream of your breath. Each breath in might start to move from your nose down into your belly and up into your chest. And as you exhale through your nose or parted lips, pour the breath out through every direction. Continue with a few more of those breaths on your own, letting each inhale move in, down, and wide. And every exhale offers itself up and out through every fiber of your being. As we begin our time and our practice here with each other, we'll begin with 3 more rounds of that same breath. So wait for your next inhale as it fills you up completely. And exhale to offer all of that breath out. 2 more times, just on your own. At the bottom of your breath, pause for a moment. Take notice of any difference that comes when you listen for and truly remember your breath. And now keeping that attention inward as best as you can. Gently blink your eyes open, and let's all meet with both knees bent, feet flat on the floor. As you feel all parts of your spine touch down into the ground, let the back of your head, your shoulder blades, parts of your hips be heavy. Now with your feet as wide as your mat, take a deep breath in through the nose. And on your exhale, drop your knees over to the right, let them get heavy. Follow your breath more than my voice. Inhale to bring the knees up through center. And as you exhale, slowly drop the knees to the left. Do that twice more on your own, from side to side, moving with the fluency of your breath. As we take some time to let the belly be soft and full, let the hips and glutes massage themselves onto the earth. Let your attention travel down to the base of your spine, where this first chakra, this red glowing ball of energy, resides. Its elemental quality is that of earth. It exists to help you feel the heaviness, the steadiness, and the weight of the earth in your own body. So after you've gone evenly from side to side, the next time your knees come back up through center, give your right leg a hug in towards your belly or chest, and start with some circles in the right foot or ankle. Chakra 1 governs the muscles and legs of the feet, the calves, the hamstrings, the thighs. And so while we'll get to a practice of standing in a while, just enjoy what it feels like for a few moments to be off of your feet. And now after drawing the right ankle through center, interlace your hands behind your right thigh, bring the webbing of your hands together. Flex your right foot, press your thigh into your palms, and then begin to straighten your right heel towards the ceiling. Notice what you feel in the back of the right leg. As the heel reaches to the sky, can you gently shrug your shoulders to the ears, snuggle your shoulder blades together, and let the back of your head get heavier to the earth. Take a deeper breath in, and as you exhale, begin to point the right toes towards the sky. Feel the shin and more of the front of the ankle. Now as you bend your right knee, release your hands from behind the thigh, lower your right foot to the floor, and just a moment to notice any difference. And now switch, give the left leg a hug in towards you. Start with those circles in one way or the other in the left foot. See if you can spread the toes as wide as you can, point the toes, and feel all of those corners and arches of your feet. Now after a few breaths on your back, draw the left ankle through center. Interlace that awkward thumb or pinky on top. And as you press your left thigh into your palms, begin to reach the left heel towards the ceiling as you straighten the leg. The heavier your left leg gets into your hands, the shoulders and the upper back might get lighter up off the floor. Can you snuggle the shoulder blades together? Gently press the back of your head down as you take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Begin to point the left toes to the sky. Feel the shin, the ankle, and the front of your foot. Now bend your left knee, lower the left foot to the ground, and either give your legs a hug in towards your chest or roll over onto your favorite side. And the next place we'll meet is in tabletop, facing the front of the room. So however you'd like to come off of your back, come onto all fours in your tabletop position. As you come to table, bring those hands as wide as your mat. With your knees under your hips, curl those toes under to feel the arches and webbing of your feet. Now with your eyes soft, begin to round and arch your spine, moving at your pace through a few rounds of cat and cow. This first chakra, Muladhara chakra, it deals with, and it's associated with, our basic human needs. Meaning, have you had enough water? Have you had enough food to nourish you? Have you slept enough? And in our yoga practice, are you moving in ways that feel supportive to you? So you might stay in the rounded or arched shape for an extra breath or two. Maybe you take a few breaths moving forward and back, but take one more full breath in anywhere you are, and a deeper breath out through every fiber of your being. And now make your way back to table. Walk your hands forward of your shoulders, bring your knees behind your hips, and with your toes curled under, take it back to downward facing dog. As much time and as many breaths as you need to make your way there. In this down dog, bring your feet just a hair wider than they already are. Take up a little extra room. Lift your heels and let the knees be soft to let the backs of your legs release. Now keep the knees soft, stick your butt high to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, keep the left knee bent and ground your right heel towards the earth. Notice what you feel in the back of the leg. Now bend your right knee, lift your butt up, ground the left heel to the floor as you take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Now lift both heels, soften your knees, look forward, and one foot at a time, walk your feet up towards your hands to walk it into your forward fold. The blocks might be right there, so the floor really meets you where you are. Perhaps those feet widen an inch or two, or you let the knees soften to give your low back, your hips, even the backs of your legs some extra space. But as you bow in towards yourself, take a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Now hands climb up onto your hips, stand through your legs, and on an inhale, come all the way up to rise. As you release your hands by yourself. With your feet right underneath those hips, take an inhale to reach your arms forward and up. And on your exhale, soften your knees to fold over your legs. Wait for the inhale to come up halfway, hands to your shins or blocks as you grow long through the spine. And exhale to fold, plant your palms, and step it back to plank pose at the top of your push-up. With your knees down or up, feel your legs in space. Hug your legs towards each other like they can become one pillar. And now think tailbone towards your heels as you slide your chest and heart forward. A big breath in. And on your exhale, bend your elbows to lower all the way down to your belly. Wait for the inhale to rise for baby cobra or cobra. Really press the tops of your feet down. And on your exhale, take it back to down dog, tabletop, or puppy pose for 3 steady breaths. These wheels, these spinning discs of energy, they're parts of you that you don't see with your eyes, but the more you learn about them, the more you learn about aspects of yourself. And there might be some you resonate with more than others, but they cannot exist without the other. They all intertwine. So as you send your breath in, down, and wide, can it fill you up? As you exhale, push down and forward through your arms to lift your tush up and back towards the wall behind you. When you find your exhale, lift the heels, soften your knees, peek forward, and come forward to the top of your mat to your standing forward fold. On an inhale, lengthen halfway, grow longer through your heart. And as you exhale, fold and bow in. Measure your feet, bring them 2 fist width distances apart. And with your toes pointing ahead, bend your knees, hinge your hips back, and climb your palms up onto those thighs for this round of chair pose. Good. As your hips get heavy to the back of your mat, press into the legs to lift up through the heart. You can stay here the whole time for more steadiness on your low back. If you want to add some heat to the upper body, reach the arms up overhead, but breathe. Take a deep breath in, down, and wide. Stay for your exhale, let the hips get heavy as you lift the bottom of your heart up to the sky. Now on your inhale, come all the way up to rise. Reach up, touch the sky. And as you exhale, fold, bowing in towards yourself. Keep your right foot forward, step your left foot all the way back to catch your lunge. Pivot your back heel to the floor. And for this hybrid down dog lunge, walk your hands to the left side and left corner of your mat. Imagine like you could split your torso in half. So from your hips up, you'd be in down dog with your hands forward of your shoulders, wider than your shoulders. From your hips down, you're in warrior 2. So as you push your palms down and forward, lift your butt up and back towards the long edge of your mat. And now take a deeper breath in. Stay for your exhale. You might bend into the right thigh as you guide your right knee open towards those pinky toes. Notice what you feel in the right hip. Now we reverse. On your inhale, walk your hands back forward to frame out the right foot. Step the left foot forward to meet your right back into that forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. As you exhale, fold, bowing in. With those feet 2 fists width apart. Bend your knees, sit back through the hips, maybe hands to your thighs or arms up overhead. Utkatasana round 2. See if you can guide your knees open towards the second and third toes. And as you hinge back through your hips, slide the ribs back, slide the ears back to lift your chin. A deep breath in and down. Stay for one more exhale, try to lift up through the heart. And now on your inhale, come up to rise. Reach up, touch the sky. And exhale to fold, bowing in. With your left foot forward, step your right foot back to catch your lunge. Spin your back heel all the way down to the ground. And now walk your hands to the right corner of your mat, even onto the floorboards of your mat itself. With those hands forward of your shoulders, feel them heavy on blocks or the ground. And as you push your palms down and away from you, feel your hips lift up and back towards the left side of your mat. A deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Keep lifting those hips high. Maybe you bend into the left thigh and guide the left knee away from your armpit towards the pinky toes. Now on your inhale, keep walking the hands back. Frame out your left foot. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Step the left foot back to meet your right and notice what you feel. This chakra is all about the legs, the thighs, the hips, the calves. So notice any difference from side to side. And now on your next inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale to lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Wait for your breath in, rise, Bhujangasana. Think shoulder blades together as the legs stay heavy. And on your exhale, down dog, we meet again. A full breath in through the nose, and a longer breath out through your nose or parted lips. On your next inhale, float the right leg up and back. Step it through to catch your lunge. And now pivot your hands and feet to the left to come into your wide-legged forward fold, facing the long edge of your mat. With the toes pointing in the same direction, tiny bend in your knees so that they don't lock. Maybe your hands are on blocks or fingertips. And as you inhale, hug your legs together. Imagine like you could create a bubble right in the middle of your mat. Now keep the legs hugging in. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you might soften the elbows and bow in towards yourself. Every inhale, try to hug the legs, the thighs, the feet together. And as you exhale, bow in towards your own self, towards the earth. Good. Now with the head heavy, turn the right knee and toes to catch your lunge. On your next inhale, come up to high lunge. Wait for the breath as you reach your arms, your chest, and your torso to the sky. Walk the right foot an inch or two over to the right so those feet are less on a tightrope. And the back leg, lift your back heel higher, lift your back thigh higher. As you grow tall through the fingers, look away from the ground. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale, bend into the front thigh as you grow taller through the fingertips. Now hands come to your hips. Let's come up to stand. Tiny bend in the back knee. Get springy and hop off the left foot. Stand down through the right leg. Grow 1 inch taller through the top of your head. And now lower both feet to the ground. Take a breath to reach the arms up. Grab your left wrist. 1 inch taller through the left fingers and tip to the right for standing crescent. Good. Think like your legs could grow roots into the earth. So as you push down through your feet, lift up and out from the left hip and slide your ears back to lift your chin. On your inhale, come all the way up through center. Reach up to touch the sky and exhale to fold, bowing in towards yourself. Plant your palms to the top of your mat. Step those feet all the way back to the back of your mat. Take it back to down dog. Pedal your heels from one side to the other to notice what you notice. And now a few more times together. On an inhale, come forward to plank pose. As you exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Wait for your breath to rise, Cobra Bhujangasana. And on your exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. A full steady breath in and a longer breath out. And on your next inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Step it through to catch your lunge. If you have your strap, you might bring it with you as you pivot your hands and feet over to the right. We'll take a shoulder stretch on this side. So maybe you hold, I like to hold this strap between my hands to give my upper back lots of extra room. You might also interlace your fingers at the lowest part of your back. But once your hands come behind you, hug your shoulder blades together. On your inhale, lift your arms up off of your tush towards the sky. Good. Stay bowing in as you feel your legs against the earth. Hug your feet, your thighs, your legs together. And as you exhale, try to tug your strap or tug the fingers apart. Think shoulder blades together on your upper back to broaden through your chest. Take one more breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale to release those hands back to your tush. Ditch your strap if you're using one. Turn the left knee and toes to catch your lunge. Then wait for the breath in to come up to rise for high lunge on the second side. Walk the left foot again as much as you need to the left so those feet are less on that tightrope. With the back leg, lift up through the back heel, the back thigh. Stretch up through the fingertips. Even look away from the ground. See where you're going. A deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Bend into the front thigh as you grow taller through the top of your head. Now maybe hands stay overhead or you bring them to your hips. A tiny bend in the back knee. As many hops as you need to spring off the right foot. Stand down through the left leg. Grow 1 inch taller through the top of your head. And now lower both feet to the floor. Grab onto your right wrist. Reach up and over to the left for standing crescent on the second side. Good. As you anchor the right foot towards the earth, your hips might even lean off center to the left. Think shoulders back, slide the ears back. Maybe the arms come back and land with your ears. On your inhale, come all the way up through center, get tall as you reach up, and exhale to fold, bowing in towards yourself. Plant your palms to the top of your mat, step those feet all the way back to the back of your mat, take it to down dog. We meet on our bellies, however you'd like to lower down, come all the way down to the floor to lower onto the earth. Make a pillow with your hands, rest on your forehead, rest on one of your cheeks, close your eyes for a moment, and listen for the full depth of your breath. Chakra 1, Muladhara Chakra. Asking yourself, do I have everything that I need to do what I'm about to do? And here, in our practice, everything that you need starts with your breath. So can you feel your breath expand into your belly so your low back can widen and broaden? Breathe into your belly and then up into your chest. Let the whole back of your body expand and become more spacious. And now keeping that connection to your breath. First of the thigh stretches here on the ground. For half frog, you might keep a pillow with your right hand and let your forehead rest on your right palm. Or prop yourself up onto your right forearm, up to you. But with your right hand down, bend your left knee, lift your left toes up off the floor, and reach your left hand around for the top of your left foot. If you're up on your forearm and it's feeling anything but supported in your low back, lower down onto your forehead to feel the left thigh. But here, draw the left heel towards your tush, shrug your left shoulder up and back. And as you gently kick your foot back into your hand, take a deeper breath in. Stay for the exhale, anchor the right foot, that's the one that's long, heavy into the ground. And now on your inhale, slowly release the hold of the leg. Switch sides, either pillow with your left hand or left forearm down. Bend your right knee and reach your right hand around for the right toes. Good, less about can the heel and butt connect, but as you draw the heel towards your tush, hug your inner thighs towards each other. Shrug your right shoulder up and back. Now take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale, gently kick your foot back into your hand as you press your left toes down into the ground. Now on your inhale, release the hold of the leg. Bring your hands to either side of your chest. Press yourself up through the tabletop. And from table, walk your legs as close as you can bring them together. Thighs, knees, feet to touch. Curl all 10 of those toes under and sit your tush back onto your heels for this version of thunderbolt pose. Vajrasana. Good, I always have to get my hands in there to uncrinkle the pinky toes. If you'd like to alleviate any pressure, you might bring a block between your tush and your heels. Again, you might also stand on those knees. But keeping those toes curled, reach your arms straight ahead, interlace your fingers, and flip your palms to the front of the room. Now think shoulders to the ears, plug the shoulder blades together. As you breathe in, sweep your arms up overhead. My pinkies always lift a lot higher than my index fingers. See if you can press through the index knuckle, slide the ribs back, press your head back as you take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale, grow tall through the palms as you let your hips get heavy to their support. Now inhale to slowly release the hands. Rock it back forward to table. Shake out your feet, roll the ankles a second to reset them. And this time, point your feet. Try to squeeze the insides of your legs together so the heels, the calves, all the way to touch. Begin to sit your tush back onto your heels for this version of hero's pose for Virasana. Again, stay, alleviate some pressure, or stand up on the knees. But as you reach your arms ahead, interlace that awkward thumb on top. Flip your palms forward. Think shoulders to the ears, plug the shoulder blades together, and sweep the arms up to the sky. Index knuckles reach as high as the pinkies. And as you slide ribs back, press your head back, stretch up through the palms, take a deep breath in, and a longer breath out. Now on your inhale, release the hands. Come on back forward to table. Shake anything out that needs to get shaken out, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. All the breaths that you need to find your way there. A deeper breath in, and a longer breath out. From your down dog, walk your feet to come as wide as your mat. Teeny bend in your knees, and one palm at a time, walk those hands back to meet your feet, so you fold somewhere at the back of your mat. Soften the knees, let your head be heavy. You might catch opposite elbows, or let your hands stay tapping the earth, but a deeper breath in, and a long exhale out. Good, now release your hands, bring them to your hips. Take a long inhale to come all the way up to rise, as your hands come by your sides. Fans? More fans? Are you okay? Okay, great. We can vortex them for a moment, and then we'll turn them down. But this one might make you sweat. It's going to make me sweat because I'm already sweating under here. So turn your toes out to face the top corners of your mat. Bend your knees and start with your palms onto your thighs for this version of Malasana, or this low yogic squat. Now start here with the knees open towards your toes, and you send your pubic bone back. So you're trying to feel that curve through the low back. Now as you send your tush back, imagine like you have paperweights on those sitting bones, those bony points in your tush. Anchor your sitting bones towards the earth. You might feel your low belly lift. Push into the thighs to lift your chest. Stay right here breathing. Or keeping the heels down, you might lower your elbows to the insides of your thighs. Think pubic bone back, sitting bones down as you lift up through the chest, breathing here. Take a long breath in, down, and wide. Stay for the exhale. Try to guide your knees open towards the second and third toes. And now stay breathing or begin to reach your arms up overhead towards the sky. Pubic bone back, sitting bones down as you lift the chest. A big breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then hands come to the ground. Push through your legs to straighten your knees. And turn those toes forward to face the front of the room. A deep breath in. And a longer breath out. Whew. Good. One hand at a time. Begin to walk your palms back forward. Walk your feet to the back of your mat. And we meet in downward facing dog. From your down dog, float the right leg up and back. Step it through or around to catch your lunge. One more time. On your inhale, come up to rise. For high lunge, reach up to touch the sky. Lift your back, heel, knee, and thigh. Reach up through the fingertips and let the front leg get heavier to the earth. Now hands come to your hips. One more time, up to stand. Tiny bend in the knee. Spring off the foot, scoop it toward your chest. This time, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Sit your hips back into your chair pose as you reach your chest forward for standing figure four. Flex that left foot as best as you can. And as your hands go anywhere to support your balance, your hips, you're close to the wall, maybe high up on blocks. Take a full breath in, down, and wide. Stay for your exhale as you lift up through the chest. And now inhale to come up to rise. Lower both feet to the ground. Feel gravity beneath you. Not quite done yet. Hands come to your hips. Lift your right heel. Turn your right knee and toes to the right. And bring your right foot either to your left ankle, your calf, or use your hand to bring it up to your inner thigh for tree pose, Vrikshasana. That's it. Anywhere that right foot is, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Push your palms into each other to lift up through the sides of your waist, up through the elbows. And as you anchor down through the left foot, grow tall through the crown of your head. Your hands might stay here. They might reach up overhead. So take a deep breath in, down, and wide. Stay for your exhale as you offer the breath out. Now on your inhale, release those hands. Lower both feet to the floor. Take a breath in to reach up. And on your exhale, fold, bowing in. Plant your palms to the top of your mat. Step those feet all the way back to the back of your mat to bring it back to down dog. And now from your down dog, bring those hands to come as wide as your mat. Take up a little extra room. Let your left thumb face more forward to the front of your mat. Pivot both heels to the left and all 10 toes to the right for this version of side plank. Now step your right foot halfway forward to the middle of your mat. Bend the right knee and bring your right hand to your right hip. Good. Push down through your feet. Nice, Kishan. See if you can switch legs. There you go.
Right foot halfway to the middle. Yes, push down through your feet, lift your hips higher. Think shoulder blades together and slide the ears back. Breathe here, maybe the right arm reaches to the ceiling. Maybe it reaches overhead as if it could touch the floorboards in front of your mat. A bigger breath in and a longer breath out. And now on your inhale, look to the ground. Bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot back to meet your left to bring it back to downward facing dog. Feel gravity underneath you. Feel the breath within and around you. As you take a full inhale in through the nose and a longer breath out through your nose or mouth. Now one last side. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Step your left foot through or around to catch your lunge. On an inhale, come up to rise for high lunge as those arms reach to the sky. Walk the left foot as much as you need to the left. Lift your back heel, stretch up through the arms, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, get heavy into the front leg. Hands to your hips, up to stand we come. Get springy, off the right foot, right thigh to your chest. Cross your right ankle over, hinge back through your hips as you reach forward through your heart for standing figure four. With the right foot as flexed as it can be, that'll help support the ankle and knee. A deep breath in and a longer breath out. Now on your inhale, come all the way up to rise. Lower both feet to the ground, feel gravity underneath you. Hands to your hips, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Lean into the right foot, lift your left heel, and turn the left knee and toes to the left. When your left foot comes to your right ankle, this will be so much surface area on the ground to steady you. You might bring it to the calf. You might bring it up to the inner thigh, anywhere above or below the knee. So as you press your feet into your legs, bring your hands together in front of your heart, push them into each other to lift up through the sides of your waist. Now guide that left knee open towards the long edge of your mat. Stay here with the hands. Maybe you reach them up towards the sky, but listen for the breath. Take a full breath in, down, and wide. Stay for the exhale, anchored down through the right leg as you grow taller through the top of your head. And now on an inhale, release those hands down. Draw the left foot all the way to the earth. Reach up, touch the sky, and exhale to fold, bowing in. Plant your palms to the top of your mat. Walk the feet back to downward facing dog. Bring your hands as wide as your mat. Take up space. And let your right thumb face more to the top of your mat. Now pivot your heels to the right, toes to the left, and step that left foot halfway forward to the middle of your mat as you bend the knee. Press down through your legs and feet to lift your hips. You can bring your left hand to your left hip as you turn your chest open to the left. Maybe the left arm reaches to the sky or overhead towards the front of the room for this version of supported side plank. Get a deeper breath in. Stay for the exhale, slide the ears back to lean back. And then on your inhale, unwind, lower the hands, step back through the left foot to downward facing dog. Stay right here and breathe. You might lower the knees down and take your breaths close to gravity, table, child's pose, or puppy pose. Or let that breath take you through one of these linking vinyasas you've done together before. Anywhere you go, no wrong answer. You ask yourself, do I have everything I need to do what I'm about to do next? A longer breath in and a deeper breath out through every direction. Let your next few breaths bring you back to down dog, if only for a moment. From your down dog, walk your feet to the middle of your mat. Walk your hands to the middle of your mat to meet yourself somewhere in the middle. On an inhale, come up halfway to lengthen. And exhale to fold, bowing in towards yourself. Take a breath all the way in to rise. Stand through those legs, reach up, touch the sky. And as you exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Does everyone have one therapy ball that they can work with? If you need some, I can bring a set over, or a friend next to you might have one that you can borrow. Let's roll out the feet for a moment. So you can take one of the therapy balls out of their toe, place it somewhere in your mat, and let's bring the right foot onto the therapy ball itself. Good, now start to slowly move your right foot forward and back. Good, let the left knee be soft, just so the knee doesn't lock. And the thing that always happens to me is when I'm rolling out the foot, I lose all awareness of the rest of my body and my hands start to do things. So see, you can stay on your hips or shake them out as needed. But continue to breathe. You can give as much or as little pressure as you'd like. And now the next time you come to the arch or the middle of your right foot, let it stay there and start to squeeze the orange. So move the foot to the right and left. Breathe. A big breath in and a longer breath out. Now, even though these chakras, you don't see them with the naked eye, they're thought to be associated with all different nerve endings in your body. And chakra 1, at the very root, is thought to be connected with the sciatic nerve, the muscles of the feet, the legs, the calves. So what we're doing now is just rolling out the feet to take a few more rounds of tree pose, Vrikshasana, and see if any difference comes with a little bit more awareness with the bottoms of the feet. So then the next time you draw the right foot through center, bring your right heel to the floor, curl your right toes up the therapy ball and try to spread them as wide as they can. Now press your toes down into the therapy ball. You might feel the webbing of your feet. Take a breath, lift the chest, even shake out the arms. This might be plenty of sensation. Or you might step your left foot forward of your right. Keep your right heel on the ground as you lean forward and press your right toes into the therapy ball. A big breath in. Even open your mouth to let it out. And now slowly step it back. Lower both feet to the ground. You can shake out the ankle, shake out the foot, even lean from one foot to the other to notice any difference you feel. Second side, left foot. Find the therapy ball at the top and begin to roll forward and back from the arch to the ball of the foot. Today was the first day that I broke out the non-shearling lined Crocs. For winter, I walk with Crocs with lining. Today it's no lining, and my feet were like, we need padding, we're unavailable for this. So this is more self-serving than anything else to roll out the feet. Once you've gotten to the arch of the foot, start to go from side to side. See if the fingers, the arms, the jaw, the shoulders are doing anything unexpected. Try to shake it all out. Let the right knee be soft and breathe. A big breath in. And even open your mouth to let that breath out. And now after a few breaths at the arch, bring the foot through center. Bring your left heel to the floor. Curl the toes up the therapy ball and try to spread them as wide as you can. Now a little pressure. Try to press the toes down as you lift the chest. A breath. Stay right here. Or to add any more sensation, the right foot can step forward as you ground your left heel and press the toes into the therapy ball. A deeper breath in. A longer breath out. And then slowly step the foot off. Slide the therapy ball off to the side or fully away, and we'll use it a little later. Shake out the legs, shake out the feet. Okay, one more option before we start to wind our way down. So Vrikshasana, tree pose, which we've done already, is all about that standing leg, how much you can press it into the ground. So we did this before, there's plenty to do. You might keep the right foot on the ground, or after rolling out the foot, if you want to play with a little height, you might bring one foot onto the block. I call this the platform shoe version, or the balance beam version on its narrowest height. But the same principles apply. The standing knee stays soft. This opposite foot comes to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Those knees only go front to back, not necessarily side to side, so above or below. And then we'll breathe here. If you see the version on the block and you're like, no, thank you at all, I would like to keep my feet on the floor, please keep them on the floor. But let's start, if you haven't picked a foot already, knees soft. Bring your, everyone's doing something different. Bring your right foot to the block, or whichever side, or onto the ground. Lift your left heel, turn your left knee and toes to the left, and bring your left foot to your right ankle, your calf, or use your hand to bring it up to your inner thigh. Press your legs into each other. Feel the memory of the therapy ball press down through the floor through your right leg as you grow tall through the spine. And now your hands can stay on your hips. They might come to your heart. They might reach up overhead. But take a full breath in, down, and wide. Stay for the exhale. Press into the earth to grow tall through the top of your head. And now on your next breath, release those hands. Lower the left foot to the floor and shake it out. How to feel on the block. Every time I do block work, the only intrusive thought that goes in my head is like, people are this tall? You can like look to see heights this way? I could never, but I like to dream. So let's try the other side. Left foot on the ground or on the block at any height. As you lean into the left foot, lift your right heel and bring your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or use your hand to draw it to the inner thigh. As you press your foot into your leg into your foot, guide that right knee open and let your hands go anywhere it serves your balance. Hips in front of your heart or overhead. But as you press down into the left leg, grow tall through the top of your spine. A deep breath in and a longer breath out. And now on your inhale, release the leg down onto the floor. Feel both feet on the ground. Feel gravity underneath you. Take a deep breath in to reach the arms up. And as you exhale, soften your knees to fold over your legs. Plant your palms to the top of your mat. Walk those feet all the way back to the back of your mat to take it to down dog. And now from your down dog, last round together, inhale through to plank pose. Exhale to lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Wait for your breath in to rise, Cobra, Bhujangasana. And on your exhale, take it back to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. From your down dog, lower both knees to the ground, come into your tabletop, and come to sit on your tush for some seated folds before we lay down. So butt on the ground, stretch your legs out long in front of you. Give yourself a little self-measurement. So if you bring your hands to your low back, and it feels like your low back is rounding into your hands like mine always does, find the edge of your blanket and sit up onto it. It's as if your pelvis is a bowl of water, and you'd like the water tipping forward rather than spilling from the back. It'll help lift and lengthen. For Janu Shirshasana, bend your right knee. Bring your right foot to your left inner thigh, similar tree pose. Bring your hands to the ground. Push into the earth to lift up through the chest. A breath here. And as you exhale, stay tall, but turn your belly from right to left. So as if your belly button could cross over that left thigh. Stay upright, breathing. Or with your left hand down, reach the right arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips. Your right hand will catch the outside of your left leg, the thigh, the calf, the ankle, or the foot. But anywhere you are, upright or folded forward, 3 breaths. Think every inhale, chest long towards those left toes. Every exhale, you might bend your right elbow to the right to turn your belly to the left. 2 more. Each breath in, grow longer through your spine. Every exhale, let the belly, the chest, even the gaze revolve to the left. And you flex the left foot, dig your left heel, your calf, and the back of your thigh into the earth. And on your next inhalation, come all the way up to rise. Switch sides, extend the right leg, bend your left knee, left foot to the right thigh or to the calf. Start with some height. Push into the ground to lift up through the chest. And now keep that height as you turn your belly from left to right. Good, breathe here, tall through the spine. Stay exactly as you are, or that left arm can reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, hinge, letting your left hand catch above or below that right knee. Now from the outside in, this might seem like a static pose, but from the inside out, there's a world of movement. With each breath, let the spine grow long towards the right toes. With every exhale, can you keep that length as you turn your belly from left to right? 2 more. Full breath in. Let the spine, the chest grow longer. And every exhale, let the heart, even the gaze, turn to the right as you bow in. On your next inhalation, if you folded forward, come all the way upright. Bend your knees, bring both feet onto the floor. A moment in reverse table before we lay down. So bring your hands to either side of your tush. Let your thumbs face forward. Scooch your hips towards your heels. Push into the floor to lift your chest. Stay right here. If you'd like to add more weight to the wrists, you might push through your feet to lift your hips up. Perhaps you look at the knees, or without cricking the neck, slide the sides of the throat back to look up to the sky. But push down and forward through your legs to lift up through the hips. Push the palms down and apart to lift the back of your heart. A big breath in. And on your exhale, release your tush to the ground. Do a little spin. Come to lie on your back so that your head is up towards me one more time. And your feet are to the wall behind you. Once you're on your back, bend your knees, give your legs an embrace in towards your belly or in towards your chest. Make some circles in one or the other direction. Perhaps you lean gently from one side to the other. Maybe you move towards your happy baby as your hands catch the backs of your thighs, your calves, or the pinky edges of your feet. You might rock from one side to the other or stay still. Let a deeper breath in and a long exhale out. And then slowly release the hold of your legs down onto the earth. The next place we'll meet is in Shavasana, in rest, where I'll talk you through a few options here. So I invite you to get as comfortable as you possibly can. If there's any layers you'd like to add, maybe a rolled up blanket underneath your knees, maybe the block on top of your belly or your hips, almost like a weighted blanket. You might let your hair down or set your glasses safely off to the side. Perhaps you're even in a side-laying Shavasana. But in any variation that you find, take a deep breath in through the nose and open your mouth to let all of that breath go. Take another breath the same. Breathe into the belly, the back of your heart, and exhale to let all of that breath go. Take another breath to fill your belly, your chest, up into the throat, and exhale to offer all of that breath up. Muladhara Chakra. The element of earth, the quality that grounds us into the floor beneath. So as you continue to feel the full steadiness of your breath, can you turn your attention down in towards the base of your spine? You might feel or experience or notice this red glowing ball of energy, glowing like the core of the earth. Feel this energy running down your legs, through your knees, into your feet, down through your heels, into the floor beneath you. As you feel it burrowing between the rocks and roots of the earth, you might notice this cord of energy as it anchors, settles, and grounds you into the solidity of the earth. You are here. You are connected. You are solid, and yet you are molten inside. You
You are the ground on which all things rest. You are the earth from which all things grow. You are here, you are solid, and you are alive. You are at the point from which all things begin. So as you continue to let every round of your breath, let your physical body get heavier into the earth. The heavier your body becomes, the more steady and grounded you may just begin to feel. Begin to deepen your breath. Take a long breath in through the nose and a steadier breath out through every direction. Take another breath in, down, and wide. And as you exhale, offer all of that breath out. Begin to let your breath awaken the body that you're in and the being that you are with any gentle movement that feels steady to you. You might roll your wrists or your ankles in one or the other direction. Perhaps you tip your head from one side to the other, heavy against its support. Just watching for any props or neighbors around you. Perhaps you reach your arms away from your legs or draw your knees in towards your chest. And with as little effort as possibly needed, lead with the knees bent, arms overhead, as you roll to any side of your choice to curl into your seat. The place from where it all began, against the earth itself. As you press down into the ground, come up to rise to a tall seat. With any and all props underneath you to support. Let your eyes softly open or softly close. Turn towards your breath. Muladhara Chakra, that wheel and spinning disc of energy at the base of your spine. The color of this molten red, the element of earth, asking us the question, do I have everything it is that I need? So as we finish our practice and our time together with one more of those breaths, Place your hands to center anywhere that may feel for you. As you take a deep breath in, to let it all go. You might bow your head to your heart and lift your hands towards your head in such a simple yet sincere gesture of self-reverence, bowing to yourself and to one another who practiced right alongside with you. And Kaushika and I bow to each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Drink water, take care of yourselves. Those allergy meds, you have everything that you need to handle the pollen. And I'll see you soon. There is, I forgot it's April, thank you. This Saturday, if you're free, from 12:30 to 2:30, I'm teaching it, we're calling it an Advancing Asana workshop. There's no prerequisites required, it's just a fun workshop style way of practicing some of the more complicated poses that we don't have time for in hours. So we'll get to some arm balances, some handstands, some back bends, and then we will be on our merry way. So if you're free this Saturday, I would love to see you. And on Sunday, wow, they really organize as well. Mariel and Eric are teaching a roll into rest pose. So it is 2 hours of self-massage with therapy balls, and then sweet Eric tucks you right into a restorative practice. So nice way to end the weekend. So much good stuff happening. Anyone else have announcements? Does not have to be related to yoga in the slightest. Things that you're doing, seeing, going to.
At the vintage store
Yes.
in Queen Village around the corner. And we just added a lot of spring things.
Yay!
So if you enjoy shopping sustainably and fabulously, we're around the corner.
Thanks, Keisha. It's called More Vintage
More vintage
Archive.
archive, yeah. It's like a marketing coach.
As I'm the worst person at it. Oh, the other thing, also unrelated to yoga, I got great plant starters this weekend in Germantown. So if you're looking for affordable, high quality herbs and native plants, the place is called Germantown Kitchen Garden. Amanda Staples has been running it, I think this is her 10th year. And I just bought a weird amount of stuff that I do not have room for, but I went there and was like, oh my goodness,